Mazuma TV back in the building, man. What's going on, y'all? Shout out to Mazuma Nation. Shout out to the Mazuma Mob. We in the building as always, man. I hope everybody's having a blessed, beautiful, positive, productive day. I'm here chilling at the crib right now, man. Just enjoying my weekend. About to get up out of here and get ready for the Golden Gloves in a few. You know what I mean? Shout out to my guys, Isaiah Berry and Deshaun Jones, that will be putting it all on the line tonight and hopes to making it to the Golden Glove finals. You know what I mean? We well on our way. If you're around the area, man, come check out the fights, man. Must Fight Gym up in Upper Darby, Dan Malarkey's Must Fight Gym, man. Go check it out. You know what I mean? We definitely gonna be in the building. The Mazuma Mob will be in full effect tonight at 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. You know what I mean? But what I want to get into with this whole situation, man, with this overall boxing talk, we just gonna go back to Ryan Garcia. You know what I mean? It seems like he got the boxing world in a headlock right now. You know what I mean? It seems like everybody is talking about him to the point where it's taken away from fights that's on the come up right now. Like, nobody's really talking about Cepeda and Maxie Hughes fighting tonight or anything like that. You see what I mean? Rolly Romero and Pitbull Cruz just dropped like 2 episodes on the Premier Boxing channel, and nobody's really talking about them Johns, even though they were great episodes, man. So go just check them out. But it just seems like Ryan Garcia is overshadowing everything that he's doing with his antics. You know what I mean? And if y'all guys not familiar with the antics he's been taking part in, which I'm sure you are, I've made several videos about it on my channel, man. Go check it out. But most recently, man, and I spoke about this last night on the live, man. Go check that out as well. Ryan Garcia is posting videos of him crying. You see what I mean? Like, just like attention-seeking shit from Ryan Garcia, as he always does, man. It's like he cannot function without a camera recording around him. You see what I mean? You know, and I know this is attention-seeking shit because me and you that's watching this video right now, we done been through some things and had to grieve as a result of it, whether we lost a family member, you know what I'm saying? Whether, you know, we've been through some traumatic things and we just need that time alone to grieve. The last thing we worried about when we're grieving, man, is a fucking video camera, bro. The last thing we worried about is recording ourselves going through a traumatic moment. You see what I mean? So the fact that this man is crying and he pulls out a video camera to record himself crying, he's not truly grieving, man. He's really not. Because when you're truly grieving, in my honest opinion, I don't know about you guys, but when we're grieving, we actually want time alone. We want some privacy. That's like when families come out with statements with somebody passing away, we would like to grieve, and you know, we were like our privacy at this time, because grieving is a traumatic thing that could only be dealt with on our own. You know what I'm saying? Not with a fucking video camera recording us and shit like that. But regardless, that's what Ryan Garcia has been doing lately. And in all honesty, man, I feel like that was the final straw for me. You know, I was one of the people that believed that these were just trolling tactics, you know, gimmicks, you know, just to get people talking about the fight, you know what I mean? Actually promoting the fight. That's what Ryan Garcia has been selling you lately. However, it's starting to intensify. You know what I mean? What Ryan Garcia is doing. Like I said in my previous video, he's like a ticking time bomb. And as the days are winding down, it seems like the ticking is starting to intensify. You see what I mean? So Ryan Garcia isn't getting any better. I'm seeing people around him trying to take his phone from him and stuff like that, withhold his funds, you know, just really trying to get him to focus on the fight or just focus on himself. But it just seems like Ryan Garcia is unable to put that phone down and just, you know, dial in on the fight, which is a huge fight coming up, man. Devin Haney grinding. You know what I'm saying? He getting ready. He strategizing. He locked in. But it just seems like Ryan Garcia cannot function without being on social media, man. And he's continuing to put out these claims that, you know, he was R-worded at 2 years old. It said that famous politicians had did it to him, and that he was kidnapped and sent to the woods to experience some traumatic things done to children. You know, it's giving off real schizophrenic energy, man. Like I said, I had close family members that had said similar things. You know what I'm saying? And what happens is their mind is literally playing tricks on them. So they may be their brain may be putting them or giving them the illusion that it's happening, but it actually isn't. You see what I mean? The mind is a very powerful thing, and it can make you see things that are actually not there, or make you feel like you're experiencing things that you actually aren't in reality. So I really think that Ryan Garcia is just spiraling out of control. And I ain't gonna lie to you, man. The main purpose of this video is just me saying that I am no longer interested in Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney fighting, man. I think that Ryan Garcia has pretty much dug a hole that he cannot get himself up out of. You know what I mean? I feel like he said a lot. to the point where it's taken away from the fight more than actually building it. It seems like a lot of people are convinced at this point in time that Ryan Garcia needs help and that Devin Haney will have an unfair advantage if they were to go in the ring. So instead of, building the fight as to where people may believe that you have a chance, what you're doing is showing people that you're so mentally unfit that they're under the impression that you have no chance in beating Devin Haney. You know what I mean? And if you want to properly build up a pay-per-view and actually want people to invest and put money into a fight, then you got to give them the impression that you have some sort of chance. And the fact that you're showing that the least that you're worried about is Devin Haney is taken away from the sales or the popularity of the fight. I honestly believe that if Ryan Garcia wasn't going on this tangent, then they would have had a lot more tickets sold by now. From what I understand, there's still a lot of tickets that need to be bought. You know what I mean? It started off real well. I think they sold like 10,000 tickets or whatever. But since Ryan Garcia has went on this path of destruction, it seems like, the ticket sales are either staying stagnant or actually dropping. I don't know. I'm not there. I'm not the one recording the ticket sales. But from what I've been hearing, they haven't really been doing anything with ticket sales so far. And I blame that on Ryan Garcia. You know what I mean? Devin Haney's doing his part. He's training his ass off. He went to the press conferences. He's talking his talk, But Ryan Garcia just seems like he's on a whole different mind frame right now. The last thing he's worried about is boxing. And with that being known, it's like the only people, and even considering the fact the New York State Athletic Commission is keeping a close eye on Ryan Garcia to the point where they want to do a mental health evaluation on him. And Ryan Garcia consistently refusing help is threatening to sue them guys for wanting to check to see if he's okay mentally. So that should let you know everything that should let you know everything you need to know. It's almost like you're about to get this job that's paying you $30 an hour, right? And all you have to do is take this drug test. If you're refusing the drug test, then in my head, you're indirectly admitting to the fact that you're on some type of drugs. So if if Ryan Garcia is so big on not taking the mental health evaluation, it might be because he's gonna fail the mental health evaluation. You feel what I mean? So with all of these things known, everybody's concerned. The only people that are not seeming to be concerned with Ryan Garcia is Golden Boy Promotions, man. I seen the interview with Bernard Hopkins, and he over here talking about, well, has he gotten incarcerated? Has he done this? Has he just like putting all these questions out there, and the reporter's like, no. Is he being harmful to others? No. Oh, well, the fight's gonna go on then. So according to Bernard Hopkins, he don't give a fuck about Ryan Garcia's mental health. Just as long as he's not getting arrested or inflicting harm on himself or others, they're gonna continue to allow him to fight. And I believe Oscar De La Hoya said the same thing. Like, no, the fight is on. They just seem like they don't really give a fuck about Ryan Garcia's mental health. And that may be because either they know something about this being all gimmicks and Ryan Garcia just going for the, he just doing some disgusting shit and just selling shit and just faking it like he going through stuff, faking the mental health issues and, using this whole human trafficking situation to sell some tickets or get some attention. If that's the case, that's absolutely disgusting. And with Golden Boy Promotions back in that situation, if they were the ones to be backing that, that's absolutely disgusting as well. So he could either be that, or they could give a fuck less about Ryan and they really want that check off of him. They made a stupid check off of the Gervonta Davis fight. They may be understanding of the fact that Ryan Garcia is about to leave Golden Boy soon, or maybe a possibility that he may retire soon and shit like that. So they trying to get every single dollar out, and they trying to squeeze everything out of him before it's all said and done. You feel what I mean? And maybe that they don't have the best relationship, Golden Boy and Ryan Garcia. They probably could give a fuck less. Maybe they feel like he needs to be taught a lesson. Maybe they know that Devin Haney's in a position to beat Ryan Garcia ass, and maybe they want to see it. You know what I mean? Because when promoters and fighters have bad relationships, you know what I mean? It's very likely that that promoter will be trying to line that fighter up, man. Ryan Garcia admitted to you. He said for the Oscar Duarte fight, they did that strategically to try to overthrow Ryan Garcia. They thought Oscar Duarte had a chance at beating Ryan Garcia. You know what I mean? So he's paranoid at the fact that Golden Boy is trying to line him. So maybe that's what they're trying to do with Devin Haney. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they're trying to use Devin Haney to embarrass Ryan Garcia, get a defeat from him. And let's keep it real. If Ryan Garcia loses to Devin Haney, people are not going to be really looking at Ryan. They're not going to be really looking at Ryan Garcia the same. They're not going to acknowledge him as one of the best because in two of his biggest fights, he done got defeated in both of them. So people just gonna look at him as like a popular guy, but he's not of the top tier fighters. You feel me? So Ryan Garcia has a lot to lose. I think Golden Boy understands that, but because they don't have the best relationship, they don't really give a fuck. You see what I mean? That's just the reality of the situation. You feel me? Maybe if Ryan Garcia and De La Hoya had a good relationship and Ryan and Bernard had a good relationship, maybe they wouldn't have thrown them into the Lions Den with Devin Haney just yet. Maybe they would have still been trying to build up the fight and let shit marinate. But the fact that they just throwing him out there, he lost to Gervonta, throw him in there with Duarte, who could have possibly been dangerous, and then nothing in between, bro. And to throw him in there with Devin Haney, it lets you know that either one, they confident in Ryan's abilities, or two, they just trying to cash him out, sacrifice him. And I'm leaning more towards the sacrifice, you know what I mean? Because with the unstable relationship that Golden Boy and Ryan has, I really doubt that they're confident in him, man. Bernard went up on that stage and he told you, he said, like, boxing will expose you. You see what I mean? So he called Ryan Garcia a diva. That's what they think about him. You see what I mean? So that's just my overall take on the situation, man. It seems like everybody is considerate of Ryan Garcia's mental health issues, except Ryan Garcia and Golden Boy Promotions. You see what I mean? So I don't want to see this fight anymore. I don't know how y'all feel about it, but I don't really care to see this. So don't be surprised at the end of the day if they try to, last minute pull Ryan Garcia out and then have Arnold Barboza training, have Arnold Barboza fighting Devin Haney April 20th. You know what I mean? I wouldn't be surprised if last minute they were to do that. You see what I mean? Because I honestly believe, like right now, in real time, I think that Arnold Barboza is training for Devin Haney because I think that he knows that there's a strong possibility that Ryan might find a way out. So with that being known, Devin Haney got to be on his P's and Q's, man. I mean, he needs to anticipate the possibility and get ready for the possibility of fighting Ryan Garcia, but at the same time, be understanding that there's a strong likelihood that he might pull out. So, like I said, Devin Haney, DHP, and all them, Bill and all them, start studying some Arnold Barboza tape, man, because it's starting to look like Ryan Garcia funny money out here. It looks like he's looking for every reason to get. He's giving you every reason to get the fuck off this card, man. This man just downed a bottle of wine in front of his live, and looks drunk as hell. He's slurring his speech. He's not locked in, y'all. He's not locked in at all. It's past the antics and the gimmicks at this point. So I hope they do the right thing and take Ryan Garcia off of the fight, man. You know what I mean? Because at this point in time, it's not even worth watching no more. Like, I'm really contemplating buying the pay-per-view now because I know Ryan's about to lay an egg. He's just cooking up a recipe for disaster right in front of us. And the only people that seem to not give a fuck, that's willing to see him crash out is himself and Golden Boy Promotions. So y'all let me know what y'all think about this here, man. That's my overall take on the situation. Shout out to the nation. Shout out to the mouth for being tuned in, especially if you've been tuned in this long. Hit the like, hit the subscribe button, man. Y'all have a blessed day. I'm out of here, man. Peace.